In there is where I got the barrel, and you can see where the bears are going in, going around, and coming back out this way. Right here is where I'm putting the trap. And I'm just gonna bolt this to the tree or screw this to the tree. You want it at a height where bear that you're gonna get, that you're aiming for, stand up and reach in. And I know that the bear that's here, it seems like a younger boar. He's not very big, but he's big enough to eat. Here, I have several tags for a couple bears, so I don't mind getting a smaller one. That's good, wild, you know, berry fed bear. There. So, in the back of this bucket, there's a trigger mechanism. When I pull on the trigger mechanism, which will have food attached to it, this lets go. Pulls up on the cable. This cable that's tucked around here goes around their paw, holds them until I come in the same day and harvest the bear. A very heavy stainless steel buckle is important. I want that to loosen up. Let's make sure that's good and tight. This goes on top of here, and we're gonna reset this trigger like that. There we go. Oh, the flies are bad right now, eh? Real bad. This goes inside. A small cub wouldn't be able to reach far enough back in the bucket. I'm not getting a lot of big bears in this area, but I'm also after meat. I'm not necessarily after like a trophy or anything like that. I just want some meat and fat for the freezer and some fur. This is just stuff that we had stored in the fridge and freezer. Random table scraps and whatnots. Back in the back, you see this little trigger way back here. See that trigger? I'm gonna hang the bag on that. There we go. Last thing we're gonna do is take off the lock. So you don't want to forget that, which I have done in the past. Now it's just getting them enticed towards this bait. And just some bread. You want them to work around that trigger mechanism. So I'm just gonna tuck it in behind there. You essentially want them to grab that bag, like I said, right? So trap is set. Hopefully that boar comes in tonight. It's quite possible he'll get up and he'll lick the bucket and he might set the trap off. Oh, I didn't take the safety off the trap. She is live. It is quite possible the boar could get up and hit the bucket, lick the side of it, accidentally trigger it. It's happened to me in the past. Bucket design, I've always had better success than with the Aldrich trap in the ground, because in the ground anything can come by. Even a rabbit could come by. As long as they trigger it, it'll throw that snare. As you can see, I changed the way it's set up and I lowered it. This is not the biggest bear. On the trail cam footage, he didn't seem like he even attempted to stand up and look in the barrel. So I'm just bringing the barrel down to him. So I set that up this morning when I came in to check it. And then I put the locking mechanism on it so I wouldn't accidentally catch anything throughout the day. So then I just ran out before dark here tonight and took off the locking mechanism. And as anybody who knows out there who traps, sometimes you do kind of change things up depending on the animal. Normally I do put them up in the tree and I get a bear to stand up nice and tall, reach in and it triggers. But this bear here, he showed no signs of wanting to stand up. He grazed on a few things I had on the ground. But there's also a lot of berries still out. They're getting their fill on berries, so they don't even need the food that I have there. It's just a little treat. So hopefully tonight he'll come in and he'll look in that barrel and then he'll be snagged. And tomorrow morning we'll come in, harvest a bear. Well, we had bears come in a couple nights. First night he didn't even notice, so I lowered it down. Last night he came back in again, ripped the bucket off the tree, brought it over there and finished eating whatever was in it. I have it mounted to the tree really nice there now with a bunch of screws. He seems to want to walk in through this path here. So we'll let him walk in this way. He'll get here, sniff that, hopefully reach in, grab it with his paw, trigger it, and we'll be in tomorrow morning to harvest them. I'm just spraying where we brought in a few scents just to try to mask it a little bit. Really hard to trick a bear's sense of smell, but you can probably intrigue them more than scare them away. The bucket's not on the tree, but I also don't see a bear. Oh, the bucket's over there. Okay. This bear is he's a few IQ smarter than me, I think. Oh man. Well, it looks like that instead of reaching in the bucket, he goes right for the bucket. He's grabbing the bucket, he's tearing the bucket off the tree, and it triggers the mechanism. He doesn't care for reaching inside. So I need to come up with a different plan on this bear trap. He's a smart bear. I'm gonna call him Yogi because he ain't your average bear. Literally ripped the 2x4 right off the tree. I put so many screws in there, and the screws are still there. This is war. Good?